My high school reunion apparently is coming up. I don't know which one it is, honestly. I don't really keep track of those things anymore. Because honestly, I don't really care about them. I've never really cared about them. I've never went to a single one, and I probably never will. So, yeah. It all seems kind of pointless to me to go to a high school reunion. And I know some people are going to say, "Oh, don't you want to reconnect with, some of your old classmates? Aren't you curious about what they're doing in their lives right now?" And honestly, not really, no. You see, I only had like two select really close friends in high school growing up. And everyone else was either just an acquaintance who I occasionally talked to, or they were just people that were friendly towards me, but not really friends. Or they were just people I knew but never talked to once in my entire life. So, I don't really see the point in reconnecting with any of those people. Because here's the thing, I'm still friends with those two close friends from high school. I'm still friends with them. I still talk to them. Everyone else, not really, no. So I don't really feel the need to reconnect. And about being curious about what's going on in their lives, not really. I don't really care, honestly. And even if I was curious, even if I was curious about what's going on in their lives now, you know what's so much easier to do? Looking them up online and seeing what they're doing. So much easier, so much simpler. I don't have to go to a I don't have to force myself to go to a really awkward social gathering with a bunch of people. I don't have to force myself to do something I don't really want to do. You know, and I could even do the reconnecting thing online too if I really wanted to. You know, I could just reach out if I really wanted to reconnect with someone from high school. I could just reach out, talk to them, message them. You know, so much simpler, so much easier. Yeah, still a little awkward, but at least it's less awkward than forcing yourself to go to a really awkward big social gathering with a bunch of people that you don't really know that well, and you really didn't want to go in the first place. So, yeah, at least it's much easier and simpler and better and definitely less awkward. But, yeah. And I know some other people might also say, don't you want to go and, show off what you're doing in your life now, to people? Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to show people what you're doing now in your life? And I'm like, not really, no. One, I don't really like showing off and bragging about my life to people. I don't feel the need to do that. And two, I don't really think anyone would care about what's going on in my life right now. Especially anyone from high school. Like, I don't really think they would care that much. And even if they did, like, even if they had a little bit of curiosity of what's going on in my life or what am I doing now, you know what they can do? The same thing I would do. Look me up online. See what I'm doing. The same thing goes with reconnecting. If anyone from high school ever wanted to reconnect with me, they can look me up online, see what I'm doing, reach out, talk to me, message me. It's simpler. It's easier. You know, less awkward. Well, it still might be a little awkward, but It's definitely less awkward, you know, and definitely simpler and easier. But yeah, I always felt like, high school reunions are just not really made for people like me, the people with only a couple of friends and the people who didn't really socialize that much with other people, and the people who were kind of introverts and shy and quiet and awkward, you know, the weird kids, It feels like the high school reunions were never really made for people like me. They're more made for the more popular people, the more sociable people, the more people that were part of, all these friend groups and cliques and, you know, all that, those kinds of people. And also it feels like they were also kind of made for the more egotistical people as well, like the people who actually want to go and show off their new exciting lives to people, and brag about their new exciting lives and what's going on with them to other people, It feels like it's kind of made for them as well, high school reunions. But, yeah.